First, I'm going to use the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade 26. And to blend my concealer, I use the Deluxe Crease Brush by Real Techniques. After I'm done blending the concealer, I just take a little bit of the same shade concealer, apply it on the back of my hand, and I use a small angled brush, and mine is from Zoeva, and I just kind of carve / clean out my brow, just to give it a more defined look. And I really like to make sure that my concealer is blended. Like, I can spend so much time just blending concealer completely unnecessarily. Here it is, the X's and O's Colourpop palette. I love it so much, I cannot stop using it. First, I'm going to be taking the shade Sidetracked, and I'm going to be blending it all nicely into my crease, but first I'm going to be dabbing it on, and then I'm going to be blending. I like this shade because it has these really beautiful gold fleck sparkles inside of the shade, and it's very uncommon for me to pick shades that are goldish, but this one is very, very, very gorgeous, like even for an everyday eye. I'm just making sure it's nicely blended, and this is why I love this palette, because these shades blend so nicely and it makes it so easy. So it's kind of almost bulletproof. Using my Colourpop E1 brush, I'm going to be taking some of the shade Realness and just kind of mapping out of where I want the color applied. So I'm just kind of mapping out where I want most of the product, and after I'm happy with that, I'm going to start blending that shade out. I'm like very, very careful when it comes to these looks because I hate messing up eyeshadow. I hate it. So I kind of work kind of slow. Taking some more of the shade Realness, and I'm really just trying to build up the color without going in with a total max amount of eyeshadow, if that makes sense. And again, I'm kind of really super slow, but that's how I roll. Go ahead and fast forward this part because it is taking me unnecessarily long, and I don't want this to turn into a snooze fest. Let's go. Using my ever so trusty Sigma E40 brush, I'm going to give everything a nice blend together. And then once again, I'm taking more of the shade Realness and packing it on where I want the most intensity on my eyelid. To blend this out, at first I used the Morphe M506 brush because I thought smaller is better, but I kind of couldn't, it didn't do what I wanted it to do, so I jumped back to my E40 brush, which I just cannot, I love this brush for everything. It does the job, it's precise, it doesn't mess around, no BS. And yes, you can guess it, I am applying more of the shade Realness, just a little bit, and taking the E40 and blending it out. It's a pack and blend game, y'all. Taking the Colourpop E4 brush and the shade Issues, and I'm really packing that shade Issues on. And instead of kind of doing a cut crease with concealer, I'm just using the shade Issues to create, let's say, a softer cut crease-ish look. That's something what I have to do more is cut crease looks, or just in general doing my makeup with more cut creases, because I love the look of a cut crease. I think I'm going to do that next for a video, just a completely ridiculous over the top cut crease look, because those are my favorite. They really are. And I love concealer on eyelids. Taking my little Morphe M506 brush, and because it's so small and precise, I like taking it to blend that area above my fake cut crease. And I'm using it to blend the edges between the shade Issues and Realness out, just to give it a more blended look. And taking my very first brush, the Zoeva Soft Crease Brush, and I'm giving everything on top a last blend until I'm satisfied. I went ahead and packed some more of Issues onto my eyelid and took the M406 brush from Morphe and blended it out more. And here we have the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner, which is amazing, by the way, 100% recommend. And I am just trying to create a nice, low-key, dainty, barely noticeable eyeliner look. I feel like I was holding my breath the whole entire time. But this eyeliner really makes the application so much easier. I'm very impressed with this eyeliner. It was not like, see, that's my happy dance right there. I was just like, yeah, I'm partying through this eyeliner look. Yeah, okay, forget it, never mind, bye. Yeah, I was just celebrating. I really was just like, I was so happy I got that eyeliner down, okay? So let me swing those wrists. All right. I'm not even going to list these eyelashes because I found them like at TJ Maxx, and I thought I found the most beautiful lashes ever. Those honestly were the most crappiest I've ever used. The lash band was so thick. So they're pretty, but the lash band is just ridiculous. So I went ahead and obviously applied them. Next, I am using my Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Warm Sand. I didn't have any makeup removing wipes, so I just used some soft tissue and my flower water and just wiped the excessive eyeshadow off before applying my foundation. And for my foundation application, I am using the Zoeva Silk Finish Brush, which by far is my favorite brush for anything. I use this honestly for contour. I use this for blush and everything. But anyways, I'm blending out my foundation. And I'm fast forwarding because it's like snooze fest alert. Next, I'm using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Ginger, which is, again, one of my favorites. It's a video full of favorites, people. I'm going to be completely honest over here. The only reason I'm using the flower water to dampen my beauty sponge is because I was way too lazy to get off of this chair to walk to the bathroom and wet that puppy. So using the damp beauty blender, I am just blending out all the concealer on my face. Next, I'm going to be using an angled brush, and this one is the Colourpop E6, and I am using it to apply the shade Reckless onto my lower lash line. I'm just basically just blending it all over my lower lash line. I quickly realized that the shade had a lot of fallout, so I used the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter setting powder in the shade Banana, and I kind of just set under, not really set under my eye, I basically applied a lot of powder under my eye to catch all the falling eyeshadow, so later I can just dust it off and I did not mess up anything on my face. So next I'm taking my Zoeva Luxe pencil brush to blend out that shade Reckless even more. Here you see me dusting off all the remaining powder and all the fallout that it had been caught. And I'm taking a little bit, I know it looks a lot, but I did take a little bit of powder and just set wherever I felt like I needed setting. Next, I'm applying some of the Revlon So Fierce mascara onto my eyes. And then I'm taking the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette and using the shade Subconscious, I am contouring my face underneath my jawline, down my neck, and the temples of my head. Is that, is that what you call it? My temples, my forehead. There you go. I'm trying to hide my forehead. I'm using that same brush and the same shade down the sides of my nose and the bottom of my nose. And next I'm taking NARS blush in the shade Lovejoy and just popping that onto my cheeks and I guess up my face. I like when you take blush, apply it onto the cheeks and kind of pull it up to the sides of your face. That's what I'm into. Taking some of that flower water and spritzing it all onto my face. I use it as a setting spray. And yeah, obviously fanning it dry because I felt like a wet dog. Taking my favorite highlight ever, it's the Hey Honey from Nude Sticks. I'm lining my lips with the Kylie Cosmetics True Brown K lip liner, and for filling in the lips partially I'm using the Kylie Cosmetics True Brown K liquid lipsticks to just fill in the sides. After that I'm going to be taking Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and for the love of everything I cannot think of that name, and that lipstick is in my car, so I will just link that lipstick below. And anyways, favorite lipstick, I am popping that onto my lip and onto the True Brown K, kind of just dabbing it on, and I'm going back in with the True Brown K. I'm kind of just building it up. I was going for an ombre look that kind of was not working out, but so yeah, I played that back and forth game with the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick and the Kylie Cosmetics True Brown K lipstick until I just played this back and forth game until I was happy with the result. And then I took some of the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade 26, and I used a small angled brush. I just applied a little bit of product onto the brush and kind of used it as an eraser on parts of my lips where all that finger dabbing just kind of went out of hand and messed some stuff up. So I just used some of the concealer and the brush to basically erase any smudges. And that was it. I am done, and here's a different look using the Colourpop X's and O's eyeshadow palette. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button. That will be greatly appreciated. I hope you have a nice day, and I see you guys real soon. Take care and bye.